When I was going to do my floors, I said, what is this? This was a crack, and this is all putty. It is all, you can feel it with your hands. It was definitely cracked right here, this entire thing.
Okay, can you explain to me Supreme Premier Deluxe? I don't really know where to put it. That's how I feel about a Supreme Aire will actually land on here. So typically there's a little rubber here. So see what happened? Now it gouged the material, and you think somebody would have seen this sticking out with rust on there, but hey, I guess not.
So far, let me tell you about something that is huge. Let's talk about this slide right here, and we're going to show you some videos. Imagine flying in your RV inspectors to Katy, Texas. This is exactly why we're in Katy, Texas today, and this is why they flew us in. We're about to inspect this beautiful Newmar Supreme Aire 4530. Now stick around. We don't know what we're going to find. Neither do you, neither does our customer, but he's sitting at home waiting to hear from us. We'll see you at lunch and the end of the day.
First glimpse from Texas. Hee-haw! As I'm going through this, I already see a couple of things that bothers me. We've seen this before in Newmar. You'll end up in those corners, and you can see that they're now laying already on, it's not a support trim, by the way. So, and if I go in here, it'll be a little bit more obvious here, but if I go here, and I'll show you this, and I'll show you this, that it's totally laying in the material of the floor. And I've got the same thing way in the back. So basically that's my first glimpse so far. Then on the other side, so on this slide out, you remember we always tell you, take your wiper seal and turn them out. Well, see, when I'm on this floor, and this is brand new, we know that. So when I'm on this floor, and if I take my humidity tester, I can see kind of the wrinkles here. Okay, it looks pretty solid, but if I put my humidity tester right around here, and don't talk to me about structure because there'd be structure everywhere. So there is high humidity reading right around here and right around here. As you can see, the material being bubbled. I even had to take my thermal imager, and I can't confirm nothing. Could it be because of those wiper seal? Because some people don't unroll them, so water puddles down there and comes back down? Could be. Can I confirm we have a problem? Not really. Can I make it a note? Well, not really either. I'm here to report facts. This is between a fact and an opinion. And I already searched on top. There's nothing that would let me to believe that water came in there. So this is one of those conundrum where I'm not quite, okay, I gotta learn to let go. Through the day, I'll see how it goes. But right now, let's go check what Lowell has inside.
So come on in, let's see my first glimpse and my stow and go. But I'm gonna tell you about my first glimpse. When I first came in here today, this couch was wide open. Why? I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that maybe the transporter might have taken a little nap on it. I'm not sure, but I do have some loose trim. I have loose trim here, and when this slide was shut, I also have loose trim in the back over there. But look at the stow and go. I can get up, get my driver a cup of coffee, and I can get over here and fix a sandwich. I have access to my refrigerator and my half bath, which is right here. But this is really amazing. I'm going to show this to you later. This is like a little broom closet, and then you've got your pantry here. But here you go. If you need to go to bed, you can. So if you're cracker docking, you don't even have to open up your slide. You actually can go to bed because it doesn't flip up. I love this stow and go. It's fantastic. Tell us what you think in the comments below. Welcome back to my first glimpse. So as we were finishing up and we got our slides back out, and I was coming through and I was going to do my floors, I said, what is this? This was a crack, and this is all putty. It is all, you can feel it with your hands. It was definitely cracked right here, this entire thing. But it kind of looked like dirt a little bit. It's not dirt, it's putty. We'll see you a little bit later.
Lunchtime recap. Some people here were waiting for that lunchtime recap. They recognize who we are. Well, we're still gonna stay here, but I gotta bring this up. Supreme Aire, Supreme. Who goes to Thousand Trails? And when you ask for a deluxe site or a premier site, okay, can you explain to me Supreme, Premier, Deluxe? I don't really know where to put it. That's how I feel about a Supreme Aire from Newmar every single time I inspect one of those. I don't know why you qualify yourself like this when you're delivering this. This is a big deal for me. And for you out there that are looking at this, some of you it's just about the name. You like to have the presumptuous sign of feeling part of a group of some sort. Well, wouldn't you like to have the quality fit with it also? So this is kind of disappointing. We'll see what Laurel's going to talk to us about inside. I got enough about the outside. So even on the front end of my front cap, again, as usual, no, the corners are not cracked. So that's the first one for about a 3-year period that is not cracked at delivery. But the typical rubber seal that are in the front, that is the joint between the cab and the box itself, typical, doesn't have any sealant there. It bubbled out on top of the roof. Remember when I talked to you about those little air bubble out of a vent that you can see? Here's one that we can see right here. This is the kind of things you need to go check when you're buying something. If you want to do it yourself and you say, no, I'm good, I don't need nobody else, well, you need to at least know this. So that's the purpose of this. So now I've got another problem on this side as we're here, and then we'll go on the other side. But on this one, these are your Girard remote. So this is cool because you either have a remote inside or you have a switch on the inside. But these are the override, meaning there's buttons underneath here. Well, the intelligence is, if it's an override, shouldn't you have access to those buttons like they are here? Yeah, you should. So whoever's working on this definitely doesn't need to push a button. Let's go on the other side. So on those window awnings, you got to have a brace to hold your mechanism. So this looks cool until you realize that it's not even holding on the wall. So this whole thing needs to be addressed, you think. And in the middle of this slide out, same thing, that little gizmo up there, let's go check it out. So basically this is a support. When this slide out goes in, the slide out topper cover will actually land on here. So typically there's a little rubber here. So see what happened? Now it gouged the material, and you think somebody would have seen this sticking out with rust on there, but hey, I guess not. So on that note, let's go check what Laurel has inside.
So it's lunchtime, and I'm inviting you. This isn't just a rally, it's an experience, a weekend where RV life feels easy, fun, and exactly how it should be. Ross from RV Tips and Travels, sharing practical RV knowledge and real-world travel tips. A live concert by Nashville artist Lee Polari, performing her new song, Bad Girls, live, and lighten up the stage with an unforgettable performance. RV educational seminars and tips that actually make a difference on the road. Catered meals, professional bourbon tasting, and time to unwind on the lazy river. Campfire nights, roast and toast with Pierre, dunk tank laughs, and great company. June 11th through the 14th at Margaritaville RV Resort in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Tickets are only available on our website. See you at the roundup. So let's hope you come, but let me tell you what I have found so far. I'm going to talk about the slide trims for just a second, and I'm just going to tell you that, I feel everything, but when I just touch something, and you can see, That's just going to fall off. Do you suppose that a little bump down the road, everybody talks about I-10. Yeah, that could possibly be a little bit of an issue. Then coming over here, I did talk about this crack earlier today, but let me just say it has not led to anything else. There's the crack. Yes, it's been patched, and we don't really see anything else happening with that right now. But coming on in here, so still talking about the slide trims, right? So this one has lost a lot of paint, but I wonder why. You suppose, I mean, you saw I just barely, touched that. It's not going to stay on there. Bumpity, bumpity, bumpity down the road. But not only that, we've got a couple other little things. Just this, right? This is not staying on the wall. I've pushed it on 3 or 4 times, literally shutting the egress door. This thing just falls off the wall. Is it a big deal? No, it's not a big deal, but it's those little things that our customer wants to know about so that he can make sure that things are attached. It'll drive him crazy hearing those things fall as he's driving down the road. Let me tell you about something that is huge. Let's talk about this slide right here, and we're going to show you some videos. So watching this slide, as you can see, this is rubbing. It's completely rubbing on the rails above, and it's pushing the ceiling up. It's taken all the paint off from all of that wood right there. It is misaligned. As you can see, the way this should be, the trims are not lining up, and they're flopping into the inside, and it makes a popping sound. So this is not the way this slide should be. So, that's a little disappointing to see something of this magnitude. This is not just a $50,000 RV. As a matter of fact, I found the price tag, and it should be perfect. Supreme, top of the line. That should not happen. So stick around. We will update you at the end of the day.
All right, end of the day recap. Details. Major that could bring you to wherever. So here I got those radiator hose that are dangling big time. So I don't know about you, but hit a bucket, hit a cone, something on the road, and that's it. You're done. Details. You're gonna tell me, well, that's for a Freightliner. No, it's not. That's Newmar taking a Freightliner to turn it into a Newmar Supreme Aire or Summit Aire. On another note, look at this window. So you see this window is almost touching this wiper seal, or it is touching this wiper seal. On this one, it isn't. Could it be because I got about 5/8 of an inch from this side to the other side? So yes, details. Let's go on the other side. So generator, held over unit. I will say that they probably did a lot of shows, or they used it a lot. Well, a lot as in there's about 120 hours on this generator on a brand new unit with 2,200 miles. But still, this is the button, the switch that is actually crooked. So see, this switch is totally crooked. Details, yeah, well, it should be straight. It should be pushed in. The toggle switch should be able to act and operate as intended. And listen, some people say, well, you find all this stuff. Yeah, because it jumps at us. It's not like we fly 3,000 miles and we create a problem. The problem's right there, needed to be found. Are you up for the challenge? Come and find it with us. We need other people. Let's go to the hood now. So there's belts on an engine, and there's also belt little lags, little channel that a belt can sit in. So if it wasn't installed at the right place, it can actually do exactly like it does on this. And I know you're gonna say, well, this is not Newmar, this is Freightliner. Again, I'm gonna say, they buy Freightliner to put under their box. So it's part of their process of quality, don't you think? Or they just wash their hand and say, well, I'll go to Freightliner. Just like they do when they build the box and they say, just go to the dealer. I know it's going to be hard to see. And I'm going to try to bring you here. Try to follow my pen. And try to look at my pen right here. You see this gouge right here? So this ripple should have been installed right there in that little tray with all those 7 or 8 little tracks. They should have been putting that belt at the right place. Simple problem. Now it is a problem. They should have put that belt in the right place to get at, to start with. Let's go check what Laurel has inside.
So it's the end of the day, and let me tell you, today wasn't about finding a perfect RV. It was about protecting our client's investment. Not everyone sees the value in flying in inspectors, but thankfully our customer did. And this right here is the reason why. That super slide right here, yes, that's been pushing up on that ceiling. That's a good reason why he hired us. And there's also some smaller things that need attention as well. Like I had a little leak underneath my half bath sink. I'm in the half bath, testing the water underneath the sink. And as you can see, it's leaking. You can see it dripping. So we definitely have a leak in here. Okay, well, they're gonna have to figure that out. I also have quite a scratch right here on the countertop. With the lighting that you have right now, you may not be able to see it, but it's all right here. And when you're sitting, looking at your countertop, seeing that scratch, it's kind of like a little eyesore, wouldn't you think? So talking about small things, let's talk about the tall stall. Come on in here. This beautiful bathroom, by the way, I'm going to give you a little walkthrough because this thing is gorgeous. I'm not going to step in because I did the water, but if you're 6'4" and shorter, you're going to fit in here just fine. Speaking of fitting in here, over here, you have your washer and dryer. This is a beautiful closet. You've got some drawers down here as well. And then coming into the bedroom, I mean, look at everything in here. You've got your closets on each side. You've got your big dresser drawers down here. My favorite thing in this RV. Come on over and check this out. This is not your pantry. This is like your broom closet where you can put poisons and stuff like that. And then you've got your beautiful lit up pantry here, which is really nice. Dovetail drawers. And this table right here, I love this top because it pulls out and it swivels. So it makes it nice and long out here. And then of course you've got your recliners sitting directly across from your televator. And you do have a little bed here that you can flip out if you want to have company, or if you just want to, you know, sleep there some night because you think that's where you want to sleep. So it is an absolute beautiful floor plan. But none of these things are a surprise anymore. Everything's been documented. Our customer will have his create list that he'll be able to give to the dealership, and he can take his time coming to pick it up because they can get these things fixed prior to him arriving here to actually drive it back to his home. And that's how you do it the right way. Get the inspection, get the CRL list, have the dealership fix the things that need to be fixed prior to you picking it up so that you're not sitting in the service department mad, angry, hungry, famished. And also, don't get stuck out on the road somewhere after you've left the dealership saying, why didn't I get that inspection? There's great value in hiring trained Blue Ox RV inspectors. That's right, we have Blue Ox endorsed RV inspectors. And if you're sitting at home thinking, I think I'd like to become an inspector, go to our website, all the information's on there, and reach out to us. Someone will get back to you. Travel takes us out of our comfort zones, and it inspires us to taste, try, and see other things. So get out there and get out of your comfort zone. So remember, and do never forget,